Smells like Prison Architect, to be honest with you. Hello, welcome back. Wasn't an episode yesterday because both RimWorld and Oblivion on the second channel ended on the same day. So now I find myself having to, like, very, very quickly throw together 2 new series as fast as I can. And that meant that there wasn't just... there just isn't enough hours in the day for that and Prison Architect. So I haven't even had a chance to play my, my off-camera prison either. So we're really coming into things basically exactly where we left off. I did some extra little stuff with this prison. You know, using up the dead space here. I put down a chapel because we didn't have an actual chapel. We have, like, prayer mats in all the bedrooms. Split the power grid in half, too, because this one was right the way up to its limit. So I put down another power station over here as well to kind of fuel this prison, if you want to call it that, the kind of mass storage. I put down some more visitation, too. Right now, we're looking like everybody's needs are pretty goddamn well met, if I have to... If I can say so myself, I think we're doing pretty all right. Family is the only one that apparently they still can't meet, despite the fact that I've put down, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 visitor rooms and phone booths everywhere and computers in the whole lot. So maybe that's just a logistics thing. Maybe that's why we've got, like, these insane prisoners over here who don't get visitation. I don't know how that works. It doesn't really matter. Too much freedom is obviously low, but it's a fucking prison. Deal with it, to be completely honest. So, we've got to learn how to, and this is actually one thing I really want to try and learn, and we're going to do this as fast as possible so we can get back to my prison so I can actually show you guys that, and we can work on that one instead. So, set your prisoner intake to 10 a day. Okay, I mean, that's fine. That's really quite easy to do. I say 10 a day, and then let's also say, like, fucking minimum security, eh? Oh, you don't even have to take any... So, you can close it down to everybody and still... Oh, that's so weird. Build a workshop. Okay, so that's our big goal right now. I've not actually ever had anybody working in a workshop in Prison Architect. So this one for me is going to be fairly essential learning here. Assigning inmates to work in the kitchen. That's quite literally as easy as, was it like logistics or something? That's quite easy as, go like this, right? Boom, there you go. One, that's that. And I know they have to do like a food safety course, but whatnot. We'll worry about that later. This is the important one. So let's get down a workshop. I'm going to use the quick build workshop for just this tutorial prison, because honestly, it's just a fucking tutorial prison, eh? Where should we put that that's convenient? I kind of like the idea of putting it over here. It's got a lot of unused space in, like, various parts of this prison that obviously, you know, the game started with. That seems pretty good, though. We'll just go ahead and drop that there, then. Because it's in, you know, it's in this area of the prison. I'll make sure to get some... I also put some metal detectors around in between episodes, too, just because I thought that was a pretty big, essential thing that I'd completely forgotten to do. And obviously, the prison doesn't start with that either. Let's get a couple of metal detectors in front of that. And I feel like in front of the canteen, too. Whoops, put them in completely the wrong place. There we are. To be honest, over the main gates wouldn't hurt for metal detectors either, because we haven't got any sort of... God damn, this prison sucks. Not entirely my fault. I didn't build half of this damn thing. I built the good half. Food is really the big thing I've got to keep an eye on here. Because I feel like this one canteen that we've got here is certainly not capable of feeding all these prisoners. But we'll see how it goes. I might be pleasantly surprised. You never know. How are we looking? Yeah, see, that's not enough, is it? That's really not sufficient. What I think I'll do is, why don't we just clone this particular layout and get another canteen kitchen zone put down, like, over here. That was kind of going to be my plan with it anyway. Go ahead and put it like there. Let's bring it back a little bit. Just give them a bit more room to maneuver around. I think that's probably okay. Yeah, let's drop it. Let's drop it there. I think that's all right. Brilliant. What an absolutely incredible job. I've noticed they don't like replacing fences with, well, anything, to be honest with you. Or sometimes they'll replace it and just leave it completely blank, and then you get escapees and shit like that. Let's put down a little bit of power, and then let's see if I can get this place running. Really, profit is the big thing I'm interested in here, because, of course, I mean, it's a prison after all. What else would prison be for if it's not for pure profit? And apparently this is a great way of doing that. And we've got to produce, what is that, 100 license plates. It's with the workshop press then, eh? And we have a classroom somewhere, I assume. No? Okay. No, we actually don't, huh? Okay. Put 10 inmates through a workshop safety induction. Maybe you don't need a classroom for that. Maybe that's just something that happens in the workshop. That would make a lot of sense if somebody just goes and demonstrates that instead. Go programs and workshop safety induction. Stick down a few of those, because honestly, why not? No regime time slot. Right, okay. How is it you open the scheduler again? There's like another one, isn't there, where you can see... Let's get to the regime a second. We can see the programs versus the schedule. Ah, there we go. That's done it. Hey, nice. Okay. So we're going to start doing a safety induction there with the workmen. We've got Harvey, Van Tongelen, Gall, Gibbs, Totham, and Totham. Did anybody pass? I don't know if they passed. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means they did good or bad. Let's wait and see. Let's give it a couple of days. I've definitely put 10 inmates through. There's no question about that. Definitely put 10 inmates through because we've had it running for 2 days now. I don't know how to work out whether or not they've passed the induction, you know. It doesn't really tell us anything. Like, what the fuck does this red line mean? And I know these are obviously the prisoner slots, so we've got 6 slots there, and that's the slot for the... Put more slots in. Oh, there we go. We could run it all the way from 8 AM till 8 PM, poor foreman. I guess if I just preemptively assign some... Let's show 15. There you are. Problem solved, eh? I'll do it. Hey, there we are. We've still got to get them through the safety induction, but I assume they'll do that pretty soon. Dr. Walter Hurst. I managed to persuade the chief to make an exception for Morgan's family visitation. Oh. Here we are. Oh. Kerry Morgan. Hello, sir. Kerry Morgan. Here to see Henry Morgan. Behind the line. I'm sorry. I'm here to see Henry. Henry Morgan. He's my husband, sir. I won't tell you again behind the line now. Why is he being so mean? Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Why is he being a cock? I like that they animated every single person. Come forward. Oh, what? This guy's a dick. Can we fire him? Can we sack him? What a cockbag. Name? Kerry Morgan, sir. Here to see Henry Morgan. Here's his baby girl. That's what you tell him, is it? Go on through. That's what you tell him. Oh, what a cunt. It just goes me what he's trying to suggest there. What an anus. Kerry. Oh, he's really sorted himself out, eh? Afraid there's been a mistake. Morgan's lost visitation privileges. Oh. I'm sorry, we found liquor in his cell this morning. There's nothing I can do. Took me 2 hours to get here. My daughter's crying. This isn't fair. You want fair? Go to Disneyland. Fair is where you won't bring goldfish and eat hot dogs. You won't find it here. Can't do that anymore. You're not allowed to put fishes in fairs. You're not allowed to. Please, give him this. It's a picture. Was betting she fucking tears it up because everyone in this prison is comically evil. Sure thing. You won't be having visitors for quite some time. Any message? Hi, I miss him. No message. Wow, okay. Cock. Why did they line him up? Get him dressed. Put him here. Brilliant. Wait. Oh, no. You can't do this. Let me talk to her. You fucking ass. Oh, that was horrible. I play this game to inflict horrible punishments on people who are undeserving of it. You're not supposed to make me feel sympathetic to them. Dr. Walter Hurst, you cock. That's very disappointing. It's so difficult to find ways to genuinely help these men. They really need to be taught to help themselves. It's clear we need to tackle the visitation facility. Families are queuing out the door, and it's clearly can't handle the volume of visitors we're now seeing. Oh, Walter. Build a brand new visitor. Walter, I seem to have... We're doing some research. I'm starting to find many of these inmates only have the most basic maths and reading skills. We need to start remedying this. Open up a new classroom facility, and let's start... Are they English, the developers of this? Because the fact they called it a fair, and then you have, like, goldfish and shit, that strikes me as very... I don't know, that seems like a very English thing. They also just called it maths, which is a fucking dead giveaway, because we can do more than one here. I know you guys aren't allowed to do anything that advanced quite yet. We need to keep on top of the influx of prisoners, keep expanding our capacity so that every inmate gets a decent quality cell. Wow. Okay, fucking done, eh? Build a chapel, done. Expand the prison's capacity, done. Mail room, so we just need a mail room, a classroom, and that's it. Run a spiritual guidance class as well. Wow, we're fucking nailing this. Walter, you're too slow, my friend. What's the downside in just doing this, eh? What's the downside in just running, like, every class possible? Is it... Well, I mean, let's just fucking start everything, eh? Spiritual guidance. Look at this. So many people want spiritual guidance. So we got no rooms for parole. Okay, we'll deal with that. Behavioral therapy, we have nothing. Same with that either. There's no time slots. I guess that is the downside to that, hey? Fair enough. We have to do education through bureaucracy. And then we want to throw down a classroom. I'm just going to have a quick building. Again, I don't really care about this prison enough, seeing as they've lumped me with just this fucking garbage fire prison. Classroom. Where is that? Oh, funny this was all in alphabetical order, eh? Probably worth building a couple of these, right? Just go like that. Oh no, let's avoid opening up a hole in somebody's cell, because then they'll just fucking book it straight away. Right, there we are. A couple of classrooms probably couldn't hurt. We got one death today, apparently. He died on an infirmary bed by the looks of it. The classroom's down, we got people interested and programs set up. Let's go ahead and stick down some walls again. There we are. Right, mailroom then. Oh look, they're actually producing the license plates as well. We've churned out 14 so far. 10 inmates through the workshop safety course. We've had 4 people pass, which is concerning. Well, not necessarily 4 people pass, but 4 people who've had the ability. Oh yeah, no, we have had 4 people pass. Yeah, at least 4 people have taken the test. Brilliant. Okay, let's get that run into there. And let's get a little mail room down too then, I guess. God, I don't give a shit about this prison. I hate this prison. I want to go back to my nice prison. Mail room. There we are. We got room to toss it in there? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Well, I'm not going to sound an expert prison architect, but I feel like I'm basically there at this point. Sorry, sir. Thought you ought to know. There's been another suicide. Looks like one of the prisoners ingested rat poison. Dr. Hurst is on the way there now to confirm. I should watch out for that guy called the fucking Conqueror. You know exactly who it is. Yep, there you go. Oh, no. Oh, no. Wow, that's a real tragedy. Ain't she the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? It wasn't Henry Morgan. Yay, it was somebody else died. Yay, someone else fucking died. Oh, thank God. Never too late to change a life, sir. Yeah, happy music. Fuck the other guy. What the fuck? Dr. Walter Hurst. I think we made a big difference here. We've given these inmates something to work towards and reason to keep going. You can stay and help us see the first batch of inmates through the education work programs, or you can handle it from here. I think let's leave my man Walter Hurst in charge. I've really turned this prison around. I think this is the perfect... Look at this. Look at this. The biggest complaint they got is food, and all that needs is a couple more ovens. We're training them up to help out with the cooking anyway. This is nice. Can we get grading on our prison? 39%. Reoffending rate. I mean, that's not terrible. Prison value 700k. I'll fucking take it. I'll fucking take it. Obviously, we can't see the real effects of our changes here. But I'm alright with that. Click the Polaroid in Morgan's cell. There it is. Wow. Bye, Morgan. I've done a good thing here. Except for that guy who ate the rat poison, but... Bootstraps. Oh, it's CNDC. Today on CNDC News, a special report into the state of our prisons. It's 2 years since the infamous siege at Alchemico claimed so many lives, including that of Chief Executive Charles Wallace. Today, we hear from leading experts and ask what, if anything, has changed since those tragic events. First, we go live to one of the state's longest-running prisons, recently scheduled for demolition. Live now, only on CNDC News. God, this place is a dump. I hate the fact that some toilets face the wall and some don't. Oh, it's our first prison, right? This is the first prison, if I'm not mistaken, with the execution chamber. Thanks, Sarah. This prison has housed some of the country's most notorious criminals, but now its walls are being torn down, ready to be replaced by a new prison complex. Oh, it's the bloody mayor. If you look behind me, you can see the construction crew's already here. Demolition work has begun. Joining me is City Mayor Calvin Heller. Thank you, Mr. Heller, for taking the time to talk to us today. It's my pleasure. In the past, you've been a strong advocate of a tougher, more disciplined approach to the prison management. Why demolish a facility which has been defined for so long? The punitive approach. Both the prison and its operation have become antiquated. We took the decision to replace it with an entirely new facility, one with a more modern policy. This prison was in the news a few years ago for one of the last remaining state execution facilities. I was at the start, this is the first level, remember, where we executed that one guy. I don't know if we actually did that as part of the campaign, did we? I think I played that just before we started the series. Something like that, anyway. Turn on a review, but that's not a decision we'll take lightly. Thank you, Mayor Heller. Back to you in the studio. This is CNDC News, reporting live on the state of our prison system. After the break, we'll be joined by Dr. Walter Hurst, a specialist in prisoner psychology and rehabilitation. There he is, that piece of shit. Oh, he's calling me. Let me congratulate you on his appointment as CEO. This is an opportunity, a fresh start. You'll have complete autonomy, more or less. More prisoners, higher reoffending rates. You'll have a lot of challenges ahead of you. Oh, thank you. We're leaving the old execution chamber up for old time's sake. As for the death or facility, tear it down or keep it. Make some use of it. It's really up to you. Someone else will take that business if you don't. As for objectives, I'm giving you the same as I gave your predecessor. Profits, reoffending rates, capacity. It's entirely up to you how you achieve them. One last thing. The previous CEO, Charles Wallace, left behind a letter that he used to give out to any new prison architects who joined the firm. He had some good advice. You may find it useful to look at. Here we are. What a dump. Good luck. Wow. Okay, then. This seems to be... Read the CEO's letter. There he is. So this is just free build mode now, right? This is basically just build yourself a prison, eh? Cool. So from here, I think I'm more than happy to go back to my prison that I started on not so long ago, and I'll kind of walk you through what we've actually got going on here. That way, if you guys have any changes you want me to make before we really dive into things properly, then I can get all that adjusted pretty fast. Go ahead and load prison. I think it was this one here. Yeah, here we are. I'll show you around my beautiful prison, which again, it's only really just started, but I'll show you what we've got going on here. So we've got, firstly, defense has always been my top priority when running this prison. We've got a big old, we will have a big old perimeter wall when I can afford it next around the whole thing. Then another perimeter wall going around the whole thing, and then a fence. No fucker is escaping from this, because that's always a problem I had in the past. We've got this kind of central area here coming from reception, perimeter walls around that. Eventually we'll smash through here. Right, and allow it to be a big ring road. I was thinking we could have dogs walking around that, snipers, whatever we really feel like, you know. So this is the first one. This is pretty much all, it's pretty much all minimum sec from what I remember. As you can see, needs are pretty much dealt with. Everyone is fairly happy with that. Luxuries are a little bit on the down low, but it doesn't really matter too much, eh? What are we looking at right now? How do I see my prisoner? Oh, sorry, it's medium security here. So yeah, we got 100 medium security and then a few max security. These are guys that have kind of murdered their way up into it. But for the most part, it works pretty well, I think. You know, I think I've done an alright job with this one. So again, they kind of brought in through the reception area here, and then led to their various blocks. I was going to make this one maximum security. Maybe this one's super max if I can be bothered, and then criminally insane, something along those lines. You see, I've got dogs walking the perimeter walls as it is right now on patrol. Those are the ones sniffing out the little tunnels for us, so they kind of walk along the edge. Actually, can I show you the routes here? Let's go deployment. Right, so we've got, yeah, you got medium security there. We've got maximum security. Eventually, as for patrols, we've got big old dog patrol around the edge. And armed guards as well around the edge, too, just in case we get any escapees. And then we've got, I think, 4 armed guards in total in the prison right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there we are. And we've got kind of dogs around the inside and then just guards kind of on a patrol route here. But a separate grid for, like, this front area is all staff. So we got the kind of dog kennel there, the staff room and some other stuff, a couple of armories down. This power station here is just for the staff room and shit like that. We do have parole hearings and stuff set up too. I got a shop set up, but I'm not entirely sure I've done it properly. It's obviously no exclamation marks or anything. It might just be where the prisons don't actually have any work yet to buy any goods. So we'll sort of see how that goes here. We've got a couple of visitation rooms there and then 4 parole rooms too. We'll probably have to build those on each section, I think. Not sure how I'll do it over there because obviously we've got a little bit of extra room on this side. So let's go through our programs and stuff. You kind of tell what's going on, I think. So we've got the kind of visitor entrance there. We've got a few solitary cell. Someone was saying that you can actually remove solitary entirely and just have them be in lockdown instead, which sounds like it could be a good idea, but I don't know, we'll see how it goes. I don't want to upset the apple cart too much by trying to do things like that, you know, avoid the entire solitary system and adjust the punishments. It's working fine as it is. You've got like 1 waiting for solitary, but there are plenty of free cells. So that's just in case the guards bringing them over there. You've got like an open shower block, a decent sized infirmary again, a couple of canteens. Or is it just the 1 canteen in this one? Yeah, no, it is just the 1 canteen in this one, but it's quite a big one, obviously. And then 106 prisoners in this one in total. So we've got kind of this cell block A, cell block B, if you want to call it that. And then we've got some kind of centralized buildings here, a gym. It's the shared yard, shared gym, workshop, and everything else. Speaking of which, what have we got on intake right now? We're filling up with medium security, but of course we might as well just close that because there is no extra room until we've built that maximum security facility. That's all fine. Needs are looking pretty good right now. What do we need to sort out? Hygiene. I don't know why hygiene isn't satisfied. Every cell has a shower. It's got the shower and the toilet. I need to put like a gym mat in all of the cells as well. That'd be quite good, so they can fulfill that exercise need if they are on lockdown or something like that. Hygiene again isn't really an issue because they'll probably just shower when they wake up, I assume. But everything's going well. Like, the only things in the red right now are just things that they're waiting to happen. They're waiting for food, waiting to shower. So the regime is just set to, I think, default, but I replaced all of what was by default free time with work/free time. You might as well give them the choice, eh? Prison policy, I haven't touched anything with, and we've currently got reform through education enabled. So 10 prisoners pass foundation education. We've got 8 of 10 right there. And then 1 prisoner pass general education. I don't think I've added any of that to the programs yet, actually. Yeah, here we go. That's the button I was looking for when earlier on. Foundation education there. Guard taser certification is going pretty well. We'll worry about that in a minute. I'll sort all this out soon. Yeah, so taser certification. I think almost all of our guards now carry a taser. Got parole hearings going on too. Really, I should sort out the kitchen and kitchen safety and hygiene. I don't know if it's worth it. I assume there's extra risk to having prisoners work in the kitchen though, right? It's probably not worth the gamble to be training people up to work in the kitchen if you're also giving them access to, you know, knives and other such dangerous things. But things seem to be going pretty well in this little prison. I don't think we've had any riots or anything like that worth mentioning. Days without incident, we've had 4 days. That gives a little bonus there too, which someone pointed out, which is quite nice. I just started working on the Supermax facility. You see, that's what they're working on now. So that'll be our kind of goal for today. Get this set up. I don't entirely know. Tasering some dude there. I don't entirely know what differences between medium security and Supermax are going to be necessary. Maybe more armed guards, maybe more regular guards on patrol as well. More metals detectors around, potentially, but I don't think it really matters that much. I think I've got metal detectors everywhere where it matters, but besides the infirmary, I should probably get one on there. The dog has found, so those flags, I'm not entirely sure how you really act on it. Basically, as they're patrolling around the edge, they'll bark and it'll show the tunnel symbol and put a little flag there where I guess they assume they think there is a tunnel. I'm not entirely sure how you actively investigate this. I've just been kind of shaking down and doing a tunnel search whenever they find it, but there might be a method to, you know, maybe dig up specifically that thing. Doesn't really matter too much because, again, with the double perimeter walls that we've got down here, it takes them a bloody long time to break out if they do plan on doing that. As long as we're shaking them down, like, once a week, it really, you know, it's quite tricky for them to escape. Why capacitors gotta cost money? Look at this. Brother, I can't even power a single fucking kitchen from this damn thing. Okay, you know what? Let's just go all in. Shall we? I mean, I'm probably going to need this many anyway, right? That's why I've been waiting just to save up enough money for this fucking thing. There. Done. Now, I never need any more capacity. Bear in mind, this prison is pretty much perfect in terms of power, I would argue. Hey. Is that better? Okay, there we go. Now, I'm thinking for this one, we'll arrange things slightly differently. So I originally built the cell block and then I wanted to plan things around it. And then I realized I've got so much more room for just individual cells. What I'm thinking is, why don't we clone this cell and then just, like, I don't know, maybe even designate, like, let's pull up the planning here. Maybe do something like all of this and all of this is, like, one big cell block. Then we could have, like, you know, canteen and shit, workshops, infirmaries, visitation down here, something like that. I just feel like using up a lot more of the area for actual cells would make more sense. After all, it is a fucking prison. Now, bear in mind, this is Supermax. Oh, sorry, this is going to be maximum security. So I guess having them all containing one big cell block that we could get the riot police in if it's necessary, having armed guards just wander up and down this area, will probably be a bit more beneficial too. Let's start in one of these corners, and we're just going to work out from there. So we'll do... I guess we'll do that. Oh god, yeah, I forgot that you can't build them right. So you have to leave the gap, and then we can only put down 3 fucking bedrooms anyway. So never mind. I guess we'll wait for some money to come in first. I would rather wait and get enough bedrooms and infrastructure down before bringing in maximum security. My problem I was having before was I was bringing in prisoners to pay for the rooms to support the prisoners that we just brought in, and that's kind of going about it completely the wrong way. And I just looked at those yellow flags that the dog keeps planting whenever they supposedly find a tunnel. And it says that apparently they could be false alarms, but if they keep finding them repeatedly, which of course they do up here, the only way to actually find the source of the tunnel is to start dismantling toilets, because apparently even a tunnel search isn't 100% guaranteed to find it. And I'll be honest, fuck that. Fuck that entirely. Let them go, genuinely. I'm not dismantling toilets just to find potential tunnels. Let them go. Let's set it to filter capacity. Now we've got... Well, I mean, those 18 minimum security prisons are from where people have been upgraded to maximum. We are slowly getting bedrooms down, but of course, those are just empty rooms that we can put people in. There's no point leaving these empty. You know, I don't want to bring in maximum security prison when we haven't got the room for them, but it doesn't matter with minimum as far as... Oh, medium, sorry, as far as I'm concerned. What the fuck? Oh my god, look at that tunnel. They dug it all the way from there. All 9 of them dug all the way down through the only real gap in the perimeter fence. I mean, I can't be mad. Again, let him go. Let him go. I can't be mad at that. Oh, nice. We've done through the reform through education now. We've only got to get one prisoner to pass the general education course. Let's go ahead and set that up. Programs. General education. General education. Here we are. Start. We got enough room for that. No time slot. Okay, let's go ahead and swap that around then. General education. So... what are we running? Pharmacological treatment, 2 foundation. We could knock this one on the head. We could get rid of this one. One of the foundation education and go for general education instead. There we are. 5 till 8. We've now got general education running. Maybe I should shut down... oh! Maybe I should shut down prison intake for a little while just because I haven't got... like, all of these cells are starting to fill up. And of course, we haven't actually got a yard properly... actually, I think the canteen is okay. Yeah, the canteen is fine. We've got yard, infirmary, guards, etc. Let's go ahead and close for now. We'll rely on this to bring in the cash that we would have got with our prisoner intake, and then that allows us to set up the water. The last thing I want to see these guys going into right and having to call in the right place and killing them all dead. An escapee. The guard. Oh my god! I thought they were paroled. I literally watched the guard walk up to the gate, open the gate, let the prisoner go, and then walk away. I thought they passed parole or something. You motherfucker. You absolute shit. Needs looking like right now. Hygiene, but obviously that goes up over time anyway, so I'm not really too bothered about that. Exercise and family. Okay. I need some more visitation centers. Maybe around the maximum security we'll go a bit more careful with visitation. Maybe use some of those booths rather than the tables, just in case anything kicks off, but I'm not entirely sure how it works, so we'll kind of give that a go. I might even reserve like a big chunk over here for individual visiting sections. What's the actual thing called? Visitor... yeah, it is called a visitor booth. Yeah, right, these things here, where we can actually wall them off and be as secure as possible. Oh, we just got 6k for an early release prisoner reward? Hey, good shit. Still no one has passed the general education course, by the way. Still waiting on that one. I realized that for some reason, despite the fact this was set to maximum security, they've ingested a load of minimum security prisoners into here. So, I had to remove the restriction, the kind of minimum security, or sorry, maximum security restriction on here so they could actually go and, you know, fucking eat food. Because all this was set to maximum security, so they weren't even allowed to leave the cells that somehow they've been assigned to. That's quite annoying. It's my problem with prison architects, I think, as a whole. There's so much fiddly shit. You know, I would expect by marking this whole thing as maximum security, they wouldn't have put minimum security prisoners in here. But there we go. I guess that's just one of those things, huh? Come on. We're so close to getting 60k here. How have they not passed that fucking program yet? Uninterested qualified. Shit, so we've... oh, like, one person got released, like the other person maybe that was actually able to do it has left. Oh, shit. Well, let's see how it goes then, I guess. Are these the 3 people that are... there we are. Yeah, so we've got 3 people interested now. And then we've got raising prisoner capacity to 100... we're 98% of the way there. 196. We just need like a couple more beds. Come on. Prison grading then. 17% reoffending rate. That seems pretty fucking good. 11 deaths, 31 people escape. Well, never mind. Paroled early and reoffended, 23. Look at that. That seems pretty good. I guess. Yet they've got reform down at 0. Brother, I would argue that if there's a 17... granted, there's a chance that they wouldn't have just gone out and committed more crimes. Okay, fair point. Okay, how are we looking? Well, we've got to hook the water up to the majority of these, but, like, 2 more rooms and we're done? Let's just go ahead and quick build another... see, I wanted to put it down like that. And then this area here, this bit, was going to be used as, like a common room area. It's quite expensive. Let me just get down 2 other rooms to start off with, and then we're done with that. And then we can use the funds from that to obviously build the rest of them. There you are. Done. Done. Then we've just got to hope somebody actually passes the bloody general education course. 24,000. Wowee. What am I going to do with all this crap then, eh? Let's just go ahead and quick build another segment of our mega security prison. There we are. And then let's throw down. I'll obviously have to foundation it as well, which is going to be a massive pain in the ass. Oh no, I don't want to make it that big. Jesus. Do something like... no, wait. No, that's better. Right, there we are. And then this is all going to lead out into a common room. So what we'll do is we'll just kind of expand this round, I guess. Sure, why the fuck not? We'll do something like that. There we are. And then we got a big old common room or whatever we want to do with it, frankly. It means that we got one big building there that we can lock them all down in, send the riot police, take them out piece by piece. Don't think the traffic flow will be too terrible. Now, I know I've only done it 1 by 1 for the corridors, rather than the normal kind of 2 by 1. But that will be fine, I think. You know, you've got plenty of ways to get into the common room here. We've got sort of 4 main access points. To be honest, the one at the top is probably not even necessary. Oh, no, I was right the first time, eh? Balls, I made that huge unnecessarily. Let's stop that. No. Demolish that. Have I spent more? How did it let me get myself into debt building concrete walls? I don't understand. I'm not entirely sure how that's happened, to be honest with you. Oh! They passed! At long last! It's only taken them all fucking episode, but they finally finished their education. Oh, what a time to be alive, eh? Right on time as well for the main prison block of, what might end up being a horrible mistake. I need exercise mats in every room so they can fulfill the exercise need in case I decide to put the whole thing in lockdown. Bear in mind, I do plan on having it as maximum security. I feel like that probably couldn't hurt as a kind of preventative measure. So we'll get some of those down. I'm going to have to click every single fucking room over and over and over. I might also do it with this prison as well, to be honest with you. That's a common room done. I think it's all right. It'll do, right? It doesn't matter. I'm not going to overthink that. The yard, I'm just going to stick down some kind of generic outside shit here so that they've got something to do. I'll put down like a big old table there. I'm going to build a proper gymnasium as well in a second. Oh, don't put that there. It's blocking the wall. What else we got here? Like phone booths. That was quite nice to have just kind of out and about, I guess. We could stick those down here. There you are. Might as well use some of this empty space. Okay. I think I'm all right with that. Oh, I've got a fucking gym mat down. Is that really what we need here? Here. Right. Problem solved. Ready? Ready? Boom. There you go. That's now made it an official gymnasium because we have a single gym mat. Brilliant. So what I've got down here is 3 visitation rooms. I know I said I would do a different visitation, but I need to go and look up a good way to do that. And I want to start taking inmates in so that we can get some funds ready for tomorrow, basically. So I want you guys to give me some feedback on how we're doing so far. 217 prison capacity. It seems a fairly dense prison. I need to get the perimeter wall done next. So before we build Supermax and or Criminally Insane, I need to make sure that we've got that down because that's where all of our escapees are coming from. See, someone dug a tunnel to there. And then they just legged it out of the perimeter wall, which is obviously unfinished. So we'll get that as our next highest priority. I want a rating for my prison, as we had before. I think that's pretty good. Reoffending rate is currently 18% if you need anything to go by here. 4,900 a day, but we haven't taken any prisoners for a long, long time. And we've got, I mean, we've got like 120 slots free in this prison. So we'll open it up to super... Well, we'll open it up to both super and... Oh, sorry, maximum and minimum... No, maximum medium security, and we'll fill those 2 up, and then we'll think about maybe going Supermax / Legendary and Criminally Insane, depending on how we do after that. But I want to get some funds in first, so I can obviously work on your feedback. Thank you for watching. I feel like doing the campaign in hindsight, kind of a waste of time. It was all stuff that I was able to teach myself just from having that day to obviously learn the mechanics of the game, which are a little bit too fiddly to learn kind of mid-recording, as I've got a shitload of other stuff on my plate, obviously mid-episode. So, turns out, taking a day just to learn a bunch of stuff worked out pretty well, eh? Thank you to Avion Prime, Scaps, Anastara, Juseda, Hualg, ThickCrack62, Orkansas, Lilac, Tenacious Bloom, Kekva Ure, Queen Bath Mortar, Emily, Commissar Taj, Bongo, Mythomatic, Thick Mick, and Sideshow C, along with everyone else at the executive producer tiers over on Patreon, for voting for Prison Architect. And eventually, when we get a running prison, we can do the war crimes that everybody so knows and loves, because you're all horrible, horrible people. Thank you to Proximity Jones, Mr. Awesome, Selkath, Sith, Stormcrower, Smirtworm, Dragon Ryan 13, Blue Chaos, Epilogue, Sam Haruni, and Atreus Sen as well for their support. I'll let my people finish this prison off, and then, like I said, we'll dive in tomorrow with everything built that I've planned out, and then we'll go from there.